Hey guys, it's Miss Lauren. I hope you all have had a great Monday. I have two books to read to y'all tonight. We're going to read some Arthur's Birthday, and Arthur Meets the President. Gonna start with Arthur's Birthday. I can't wait, said Arthur. Are you sure it's only Tuesday? See for yourself, said Mother. "4 more days until my birthday," said Arthur. "I hope everyone can come to my birthday party." "What kind of cake should I bake?" asked Grandma Flora. "Chocolate," said Arthur. "Have a good day at school," said Mother, smiling. "And don't forget to hand out your invitations," said D.W. "Buster, can you come to my party?" asked Arthur. "Are you kidding?" said Buster. "Of course." "Grandma's making chocolate cake," said Arthur. "I'll be there," said the Brain. "I love chocolate." "How about me?" asked Binky Barnes. "You're invited," said Arthur. "And Francine, too." "Oh, boy," said Francine. "We can play Spin the Bottle." "Muffy, can you come to my birthday party?" Arthur asked. "Sure," Muffy answered. "When is it?" "Saturday afternoon," Arthur said. "I can't wait." "This Saturday afternoon? But that's when I'm having my party," said Muffy. "Oh, no," said Arthur. "You can't. Can't you just change your party to another day?" "Are you kidding?" said Muffy. "The Rock Band and Pickles the Clown have been booked for months." "I can't change my party either," said Arthur. "All my relatives are coming from Ohio." No one knew what to do. Should they go to Arthur's birthday party or Muffy's? That's not good. Wednesday before school, the boys had a meeting. "I think we should stick together," said Buster. "Me too," said Binky. "Right," said the Brain. "We're all going to Arthur's party." "But what about the girls?" asked Arthur. "Who needs girls?" said Buster. The girls met out at the playground during lunch. "Anyone who doesn't come to my party can't be my friend," said Muffy. "But it won't be as much fun without the boys," said Francine. "Are you my friend or not?" asked Muffy. Thursday after school, Arthur and his mother picked out decorations for the party. Later, the delivery man brought a big box. "Wow, this weighs a ton," said D.W. In the mail, there were 3 birthday cards for Arthur. One from Uncle Bud. When Arthur opened it, $3 bills fell out. "Some people have all the luck," said D.W. On the way home from school Friday, Arthur ran to catch up with Francine. "I wish you could come to my party," said Arthur. "I promised Muffy," said Francine, "but I wish I could go to both." "What's a party without boys?" "Wait a minute," said Arthur. "I have an idea." "That's great," said Francine. "I'll help." Wonder what the idea is. They ran to Arthur's treehouse. Arthur found pencils, paper, and envelopes. "Let me write them," said Francine. "It has to look like Muffy's handwriting." "Okay," said Arthur, "but be sure there's one for all the girls." That night, Arthur told his parents about his plan. Early the next morning, Arthur and Francine delivered their note. One to Prunella, one to Sue Ellen, and one to Fern. The last note they delivered was a special one. "All done," said Arthur. "See you later," said Francine. The letter says, "Dear Muffy, I have a special present for you. It is so big I can't carry it by myself. Please come to my house today at noon to get it. Sincerely, Arthur." "I smell pancakes," said Arthur when he got home. "Your favorite," said Father. And maple syrup all the way from Ohio, said Aunt Bonnie. Happy birthday, said Cousin George. Time for birthday kisses, said Mother, and 8 birthday hugs, said Grandma Thora. Don't forget, a pinch to grow an inch, said D.W. Arthur stood by the window. It was almost noon. Someone's coming, he cried. It was Sue Ellen. What are you doing here? Asked Sue Ellen. What are you doing here? Asked Buster. It's a surprise for Muffy, said Francine, coming up behind them. It's a surprise for all of us, said the Brain. Everyone find a place to hide, said Arthur. Muffy will be here any minute. Shh, whispered Buster. Here she comes. Arthur opened the door. Hi, Arthur. I came to pick up my present, said Muffy. Surprise! Shouted everyone. Happy birthday, Muffy, said Arthur. See, I told you your present is too big to carry. The rest of your party is on the way, said Francine. After all, said Arthur, what's a birthday party without all your friends? This is the best birthday ever, said Muffy. We should do this every year. But next year at your house, said Arthur's mom. Time to open presents, said Francine. I picked this one out especially for you. You have to promise me you'll use it right away. Sure, said Arthur. I can't wait. Happy birthday, Arthur, says Francine. Spin the bottle game. That is what she got Arthur. Okay. Now we're going to read Arthur Meets the President. Listen carefully, class, said Mr. Ratburn. This is a national contest, so do your best work. I love contests, said Muffy. What do I win? The winner visits the White House in Washington, said Mr. Ratburn. What do we write about? Asked Arthur. The subject is, how can I help make America great? Said Mr. Ratburn. Everyone started writing. Arthur started thinking. He thought about the time he and D.W. helped old Miss Tibble clean her yard. He thought about how much more they could do in the neighborhood if the whole class helped. Then he began to write. Weeks later, when Mr. Haney, the principal, was opening the mail, his hands began to shake. It's a letter from the president, he gasped. Miss Tingley, the secretary, fainted. Prunella, who was in the office with a stomach ache, suddenly got better. Open it, she shouted. Mr. Haney clicked on the PA system. Attention, everyone. The President of the United States has written to announce the winner of the How Can I Help Make America Great contest. And the winner is our very own Arthur. He and his class are invited to attend a special ceremony at the White House. Mr. Ratburn's class went wild. Congratulations, Arthur, said Mr. Ratburn. You'll have to work hard to memorize your paper so you can recite it to the president next Wednesday. Memorize? Recite? Asked Arthur. Of course, said Mr. Ratburn. We'll all be cheering you on. I think Arthur might be freaking out just a little bit. I think I would be too. You're on TV, screamed D.W. when Arthur got home. Listen. He will recite his winning essay to the president and all of America, the announcer was saying. I feel sick, said Arthur. Not as sick as you'll feel when you're giving your speech, said D.W. There's so much to do before we leave, said Mother. Arthur, you'll need a new suit. What about me? Asked D.W. I need to look beautiful when I meet the president. The president is very busy, explained Father. He'll only have time to meet Arthur and hear him recite his essay. If I can remember it, said Arthur. Of course you can, said Father. Just relax. Pretend I'm the president and practice right now. The thought of sitting next to the president made Arthur's mind go blank. He said. Uh-oh, said DW. Monday at school, everyone was busy planning the trip. Oh boy, no homework for 3 days, said Francine. Not quite, said Mr. Ratburn. Everyone groaned. Each of you will have to do a report, he explained. As we tour Washington on Wednesday, you will be our guides, so get to work. I'll see you all at the airport tomorrow morning. Arthur tried to study his speech on the plane. Don't forget to mention me to the president for the Teacher of the Year award, Mr. Ratburn reminded him. Aren't you excited? Asked Buster. I'm too nervous to be excited, said Arthur. You need help, said DW. I'll make the speech for you. I have a lot of ideas about how to run the country. The night at the hotel, Arthur was too worried to sleep. What in the world are you doing? Asked Father. What if I forget my speech and the president laughs at me? Arthur asked. The president would never laugh at you, said Arthur. Why don't you write your speech on note cards and keep them in your pocket, he suggested, just in case. What a great idea, said Arthur. He felt much better. Now try not to worry and go to sleep, said Mother. The next morning, everyone met in front of the Jefferson Memorial. Arthur, you look so handsome, said Francine. Ready to meet the president, said Mr. Ratburn. I guess, said Arthur. He reached into his pocket to make sure the note cards were there. Time for your reports, called Mr. Ratburn. Only 1 more hour until we're due at the White House. Our first stop is the Washington Monument, the tallest building in Washington, explained Francine. 898 steps to the top. Everyone ready? Are you kidding, said DW. I'm taking the elevator. This is the Capitol, where Congress makes the nation's laws, said Sue Ellen. I think we all know how important it is to obey the law, said Mr. Ratburn. The National Museum of Natural History has great mummies, said Buster. Follow me. No thanks, said Muffy. I'll meet you at the gift shop. The last stop was the White House. It's so big, said Arthur. Not as big as Muffy's house, said DW. The White House has 132 rooms, said the Brain. Every president except George Washington has lived here. It has a barbershop, clinic, indoor pool, theater, gym, and its own library. And the president's office has fancy gold curtains, just like the ones in our living room, said Muffy. Excuse me, said the president's secretary. The president is arriving. Please follow me to the Rose Garden. Oh, a page just ripped. Arthur gulped. It was almost time. He took out his note cards. Suddenly, a strong wind blew through the garden. Here comes the president, squealed Muffy. My speech, gasped Arthur. Relax, said Mr. Ratburn. You will be fine. DW wasn't so sure, so she had a plan. Sorry, y'all. Arthur had never seen so many important-looking people. Good afternoon, Mr. President, he began. When I think about what I can do to make America great, Arthur began to feel very warm. His knees began to shake. His mind went blank. This is the worst day of my life, he thought. Suddenly, Buster giggled. Soon, everyone else joined in. Even the president was laughing. Arthur turned bright red. And when Arthur saw what they were laughing at, he laughed too. Somebody's up in the tree. Now Arthur felt much better. He recited his whole speech without forgetting a single word. And in conclusion, he said, "We can all help make America great by helping others." "Good," said D.W., "then help me down." She was holding the sign upside down in the tree. That was her plan. All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all have a great rest of your night. Don't forget, we have several activities that are coming up during the week, so just be sure and be paying attention and looking for us. I hope you all are doing great. I miss y'all. Love y'all. I'm going to say it every time, but I do. I miss y'all and I love y'all. So, anyways, I hope y'all have a great rest of your night. Bye.